What's up? I'm Ben Camp, and this is
As Good as It Sounds.
For their ability to give you information, titles can fall along a spectrum between what Pat Pattison calls DNA titles, titles that have all of the information encoded inside of them, and parasite titles, titles that require you to put in all the work to give the title its meaning. So on the left, we have some DNA titles. Your Body is a Wonderland. This is a DNA title that serves the story up on a silver platter. It's about you telling somebody else how beautiful they are, and you're using words from the key of Wonderland, like your cotton candy lips and bubblegum tongue. Firework and Thriller. These titles suggest tons of lyrical imagery. What do you think about when you think about the word firework? Well, certainly you get visions of explosions, the 4th of July, celebration, crowds. All you got to do is start playing around in the key of Firework, your title, and you can start to find really great lyrics like Ignite the Light and Let It Shine or Let Your Colors Burst. But when we switch to the title Thriller, we get totally different lyrics like demons and aliens, and we can find lines like terror looks you right between the eyes, you're paralyzed. And all of that comes from a DNA title. On the right side, we have parasite titles. These titles don't contain as much specific information inside them. The first time that what happened, am I wrong about what? What is on the other hand? These titles don't give you specific vivid imagery to start picking and choosing from. Now the upside of parasite titles is that while they don't give you as much to work with, you can try a ton of different song ideas under them. How many different approaches can you take to Your Body is a Wonderland? Probably not too many. They're all going to be about the same song. But with The First Time, or Am I Wrong, you've got an infinite number of story angles you can write from. Okay, here's a few other titles. Pause the video and just think about what kind of information is contained in these titles. Do they tell you a lot of the kinds of words you're going to be using? And do they give you some specific visual imagery? Or are they waiting for you to fill in all the gaps, making you do all the work? Another thing to look at is the sonic qualities contained in the title. In your title, the sounds of the words themselves can make a huge difference in your writing process. For instance, the sound can suggest rhyme sounds. 22 tells you to start looking for some ooh rhymes to fill up your chorus. Ships in the night gives you the short I and long I, while I remember sky means you're probably going to spend a lot of time on Rhyme Zone digging around for those long I sounds. The sound of your title can suggest rhythms. All will be well has a lot of smooth L sounds, so it lends itself to a smoother and lilting song rhythm. All will be well. Catching Feelings has a lot more plosive and fricative consonants, so it's going to lend itself to being a lot more percussive in nature when you sing it. Womanizer could go either way. You have a lot of options with that. The sound of your title can suggest how to sing it. Titles with lots of open vowels like Stay With Me or All of Me or Stay High. All these give you the opportunity to hold those vowels out, and if you're a particularly powerful singer, they present an opportunity to showcase your voice. Whereas titles with lots of hard consonants like I Woke Up in a New Bugatti, Dirty Pop, Boom Clap, Wide Awake contain lots of percussive events in them, and they lend themselves to more rhythmically interesting settings. There's not too much riffing you can do on I Woke Up in a New Bugatti without it sounding awkward. The sound of your title can help your song stick with your listener. When your audience is packing up and heading home after your show, in the car, do you want them thinking about what they got to do at work the next day? Or do you want them thinking about your catchy choruses? Well, one of the ways you can get your lyrics stuck in their head is with sonic devices in your lyrics. Title lines that have internal rhyme, gotta stay high all the time, or teenage dream, or too beautiful for words. These titles are easier to remember. Rhyme is a tool for memory. Alliteration is another one, so that's repeating consonant sounds like cool kids, or sky full of stars, or wide awake. Before you start the next video, take a minute and come up with a few titles that make use of alliteration or internal rhyme to help your title stick with your listener even more. Till next time, I'm Ben Camp, and this is
As Good as It Sounds.